So you're at the beginning of a really long shoot day and you're in the middle of nowhere. Well, actually, I'm in the front of my house, but let's pretend we're in the middle of nowhere. It's going to be a long day and you got two problems. Problem number one, your coffee mug doesn't fit into your lawn chair, and that's half catastrophic. So you got to risk putting it up near all of your expensive equipment. Problem number two is you got nowhere to plug power in for the cart. So what are you going to do? Cry? No. You're going to try to size a portable battery bank that's going to set up and work for your cart for an entire shoot day. So sit down, strap in, and hold on, and let's get into it. Cut! Okay, so the model battery box that I purchased to go on my sound cart is called the DJI Power 1000 Mini. So this is a fairly new model. The DJI Power Mini, DJI Power 1000, which is the first version of this, was a much bigger box. And it wouldn't have been a good choice for my sound cart, which is just sitting over there, by the way, because just of the size of it. This is a nice size. It's 1,000 watt hours or 1,008 rated watt hours with a maximum output wattage approximately 1,000, but it can go up to peaks of about 1,200. So it came with two different cables, and for my use case, I'm really not going to use these, but they have the first one is a 400 watt maximum, voltage limited, however. Charger cable that hooks up to solar panels, and I can't remember exactly off the top of my head what's the maximum voltage that it will take, but it'll take up to 400 watts of solar power. But again, that's really not I'm not using it in that fashion. And then the other cable that came with this kit is a it's like a 12 volt power adapter, so you can plug in like cigarette lighter type accessories, 12 volt power. And I'm not likely going to use that either. It has a neat feature that it's got this USB cable that pulls out, but that's kind of gimmicky if you ask me. I'm probably not ever going to use that. And then it's also got some USB ports on the front, two USB type A, 12 watt maximum, and a USB-C with I think that's 100 watt PD power charging. So if you've got some USB accessories, it'll charge up with that. It's also got this little light down here on the bottom, which will, do an SOS pattern if you're caught out in the middle of nowhere on a highway somewhere and you need to flag somebody down. You could use that, I suppose. It's not very big. Like I said, it's about 8 inches tall, 7 inches wide. Maybe 10 inches long with the handle, so it's not a very big unit, and it's fairly light. I mean, it's not as light as, a feather, but it's pretty light. And so this sits on the bottom of my cart. I just plug my power bar into this unit, and then everything is powered off of that power bar on the sound cart. It's got the interesting feature in which you can have the power adapter or power cord plugged into this. It's just a regular sort of computer style power port there. And then I can have the sound cart plugged in on the 3-prong plug. And then this is going to act as like a UPS for all intensive purposes. I can be unlimited power, not draining down the battery of this with it plugged into the wall. But then if power fails for any reason, still got power coming off of this and onto the cart. And I would just have this plugged in at all times when I was using it on a set. And that way I'm not draining the battery. And then if I have to take the cart and go somewhere where we don't have power, well, I just unplug that mains power from this and off we go. The weight of the power box is 25 pounds or 11.4 kilograms and measures 8.5 inches tall by 8 inches wide and 11 inches long at the base, 12 inches including the handle. On the front of the box is a single 3-prong grounded plug and 3 2-prong ungrounded plugs. A button immediately above the plugs controls whether the plugs are powered or not. Immediately beside the plugs is a covered power inlet port, which takes a standard IEC C13 style computer power plug. Above the power inlet port is the SDC port, which will allow for solar charging or 12-volt DC power to be supplied using the provided plugs that come with the charger. On the top right of the box, it has a total of 4 USB plugs, 2 of which are USB Type A, and 2 USB-C 100-watt PD power charging plugs, one of which has a retractable cable that extends out 32.5 inches. I had my car completely powered up with a MixPre 10 Mark II recorder, a Deity SRD Mini RF distribution box, 3 Sennheiser EW512P G4 receivers, a Novation Launch Control XL MIDI mixing panel, a Samsung Galaxy Tab A9 Plus tablet, and a MixPre 3 recorder, all drawing power at the same time. I also had 2 XLR microphones using 48-volt phantom power connected to the recorders for the endurance testing. While the tablet was charging, the entire package was drawing only 33 to 34 watts of power, and then this dropped to 20 watts once the tablet was at full charge, but still plugged in with the screen on for the entire test duration. Whenever my iPhone was plugged into power, it would add 6 watts additional draw. With this setup, I was able to power the cart for 23 hours total, which I did over the span of 3 days. After day 2, I forgot to shut off the AC converters, so without anything else drawing power, it still discharged from 20% remaining power down to 12% remaining power overnight. If I had remembered to turn the AC button off, I could have conceivably reached 25 hours total runtime out of the system. The average drop was 4% per hour in a fairly linear power drain. The time required to recharge the battery from 0% back to 100% was 1 hour and 5 minutes total. So this power box is clearly going to provide me with a full shooting day without any issues and 2 days in a pinch, and the box will easily be charged up to 100% if plugged in overnight, so I should never need to rely on mains wall power or even my remote audio IQ Smart batteries, but they're still there for backup if I ever needed them. Okay, that's it for this video, everyone. Thanks again, as always, for watching, and if you're going to be out and about, don't make a lot of noise. Make good sound. We'll see you in the next video.